This is Marianne Martindale from the Alliance for a Better Utah, and welcome to the Better Utah Beat. Well, it's the final week before the elections, and now more than ever, it's important to be paying attention to what candidates are saying. In Utah, without question, the race that's received the most attention has been the Congressional District 4 race between Congressman Jim Matheson and Mia Love. I was honestly hoping to discuss something else this week, but with the latest round of allegations being made, once again, it's the most interesting topic. The barbs being tossed around this past week have garnered a lot of press attention, so rather than editorializing about the issue, we thought voters might be better served by a fact check on the claims being made by both sides. It all started when Congressman Jim Matheson held a press conference with mothers of special needs children, claiming that Mia Love is planning to cut funding on the special education these parents and children rely on. Ms. Love flatly denied Matheson's accusations, telling the press that she would never pull the rug out from under these special needs kids. So, who's telling the truth? First, let's examine where funding for special needs education comes from. It's true that the state of Utah provides some help for the education of special needs children, but the vast majority, over $100 million every year, comes directly through the National Department of Education through programs such as the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Utah certainly does not have the budget to make up an additional $100 million a year for disabled kids. As to Mia's claim that she won't pull the rug out from under these kids, at multiple public appearances this election season, voters have heard Mia repeatedly say that she would eliminate the Department of Education. It is also included in her printed budget plan, one of the major platforms of her campaign. At the top of that list of cuts is the elimination of funding for the Department of Education. A copy of her budget plan can be found at betterutah.org/Mia Love. According to Ms. Love, individual states should be responsible for providing the necessary money to take care of all public education. So in other words, if Mia Love were to be elected and successfully implement the budget she has proposed, Utah would lose $100 million per year for special needs education. Result of our fact check? Mia Love receives a pants-on-fire false. Congressman Matheson is correct to say that she would not care for the education of our special needs children. As we head to the polls next week, each of us has an obligation to be familiar with every candidate you are voting for. Elections are not game shows, and the impact elected officials can have on your everyday life is profound. Our political world has become saturated with catchphrases, zingers, and one-line talking points that may sound pretty, but the truth of almost every issue is far more complicated and requires careful consideration, not bumper sticker platitudes. Here at Better Utah, we strongly urge all voters in Utah to thoroughly vet every name on your ballot. Don't just believe the claims. Talk to your candidates. Be sure you know where they stand on the issues that are important to you, and have a clear understanding of the implications of their proposals. But most importantly, vote. There is no excuse for any citizen of our great nation not to participate in our democracy. This is our future, and this is our voice. Until next week, this is Marianne Martindale from the Alliance for a Better Utah with this week's edition of the Better Utah Beat. Have a great week, and remember that together we can make a better Utah.